Welcome to Sightings. I'm Tim White. After many years of reviewing home video of supposed UFOs, it takes a lot to impress the Sightings investigative team. But what you're about to see is among the most intriguing UFO footage we've ever broadcast. A brilliant disc-shaped craft hovered over Salida, Colorado for more than an hour. Tim Edwards has spent most of his life in Salida, Colorado. He runs the cafe his dad started 20 years ago. Tim's heard his whole life about fireballs, mutilated cattle, and UFO sightings in the valley. He never thought it would happen to him, but then it did. On the morning of August 27th, 1995, Tim recorded this videotape.
See it going? Do you see it?
Approximately 9:30, me and my daughter Brandy came out here, and she has said that she looked up in the sky to see if it was going to rain that day.
If it was going to rain or lightning or something, we couldn't go camping, so I looked up and I saw it.
I looked up again and I see a very intense, bright, shimmering white light. At times it appeared to be a boomerang shape too, or a slight arc.
Tim called his restaurant to see if anyone else had sighted the UFO. Cook Michael Maggio told him he'd take a look.
Come out here, about right here, look beyond the door, and I could see the three flashes come off that looked like boomerangs, and it was bright white.
Then a fourth witness, Tim's 15-year-old daughter, Lorraine, saw the UFO.
At first I thought those guys were crazy. I was like, that's dumb. And then when it started moving around, I was like, couldn't believe it.
Michael Curta is MUFON's chief investigator in Colorado. He's been researching UFO activity in the San Luis Valley for several years.
Mr. Edwards' video is some of the best footage that I've seen, purely for the fact that, number one, it's a daylight sighting. There are multiple witnesses. It's a very large object, or appears to be a very large object, and we just don't get that many credible, good daylight sightings.
Sightings asked Chip Peterson to study the Edwards videotape. Peterson is an aerospace engineer specializing in computer enhancement and stabilization.
When you look at moving video, what you're actually seeing is 30 frames per second flipping on the screen very quickly, and that's what we've got right here. What you're seeing here is the edge of each frame that I had to stabilize by hand in order to keep this object in the center of the screen. So after you stabilize the image, you can see its motion much more clearly. Based on what I know of atmospheric flight, it doesn't look like any conventional aircraft.
Could it be otherworldly technology? Yes, it could. Could it be military aircraft? Yes, it could. Could it be some unexplained weather phenomena? That's also possible. There's an awful lot of strange things that occur in the mysterious valley of Colorado, and this is racking up to be one of them.
If the military has any answers, they're not telling. The lack of information is particularly disturbing to Tim Edwards, who has the dubious distinction of owning the best footage of one of the area's many UFOs.
I've been obsessed, almost, my family thinks, with trying to get the information, the facts out of this case and the truth, and getting this out to the public and bringing witnesses forward.
One thing that sustains Tim Edwards and UFO researchers in the valley is the knowledge that UFO activity here is not just a cosmic flash in the pan. The local paper records sightings today just as it did more than 80 years ago. Back then, eyewitnesses asked one simple question, and it's the same question people are still asking.